In this video, we are going to be reviewing gem water, how to prepare and use more than 130 crystal waters for therapeutic treatments by Gienger and Joachim Goebel. I'm probably butchering their names, but that's besides the point. This is a very good book, ladies and gentlemen. This, in my opinion, is kind of the gold standard for learning how to make gem elixirs, gem water, gem potions. So for those who don't know, a gem elixir is a solution of water that is infused, ladies and gentlemen, with the essence of crystals, whether that be amethyst or clear quartz or rose quartz or a handful of other gems that are listed in this book. This book is kind of like a reference guide, if you will, of what gems you can use to infuse with your water and which ones you can't, because some gems, minerals, crystals, etc. will actually leach toxic byproducts into your drinking solution. So they in this book show you a handful of methods on how to infuse water with gems. There's the direct method where you actually put the gem into the water, and then there's the indirect method, ladies and gentlemen, like you're seeing on the screen right now, where you put a glass vessel inside of another vessel filled with your water, and you can see on the screen right now how it's separated by glass. So I'm a huge fan, and here are some of the other methods. I'm a huge fan of crystal elixirs or gem waters, whatever you want to call them. I'm a huge fan, and I have been for a very long time, of infusing drinking water with crystal energy, with gem energy. I've been doing this for years now, over 10 years, and this is one of the things that has given me a huge advantage, in my opinion, because of how the gems restructure the water. I've been a huge advocate of water restructuring for, since I created this channel. Before the Sacred Serpent channel was around, I had a channel called Wolf Health Autu that I had for maybe a year or two before I started the Sacred Serpent channel, YouTube channel, and on that channel I talked quite a bit about gem elixirs, and I talk about it on this channel as well, but maybe I should make some more videos about this. But I've been doing it for a very long time. Ever since I got into distillation, I started toying with adding quartz, adding rose quartz, adding mixtures of different stones that are safe to do so. Because again, not all stones are safe, or minerals, gems, crystals, not all of them are safe to infuse your water with. But I did some research and started combining certain stones together, and I noticed, ladies and gentlemen, that there was a huge change in my consciousness, my speed of thought, my verbal fluency, the way I felt, you name it. I experienced some benefits with certain stones, and then on some of them, excuse me if I can speak today, I didn't feel much benefit. In fact, there were times where I would feel enraged when I put certain gem elixirs into my vessel. So minerals, ladies and gentlemen, crystals, gems, they have a frequency, and that frequency translates into the water. Water and these gems have a very symbiotic relationship. In fact, nature is constantly infusing lakes and streams, etc., with the essence of stones and minerals, gems, you name it. That's part of nature's design, folks. This is one of the reasons why it feels so good to jump into a natural body of water. It's not just the water and the fact that it's cold, because cold water does make you feel better, cold thermogenesis, but it's the fact that the water is structured the way that the Creator designed the water to be structured. In my opinion, in this reality, the way that nature's designed, at least, I'm not talking about all the zombified people, but within this reality, the way that nature has been set up, there's no mistakes. Everything's by design, and there's a reason why these streams and lakes and the ocean, etc., has so many of these gems, etc., in them. So what I like to do is I like to distill water, I like to restructure it, I like to bring oxygen back into it, I expose it to moonlight, and I also like to expose it to the power of gems, minerals, etc. Amethyst is a good one. I really like clear quartz. But look at it, gives you all of these different prescriptions, if you want to call it that. Here's a happiness, pleasure. Here's a happiness combination. I think that's it's a sunstone, precious opal, and imperial topaz. Here is a pleasure and enjoyment mixture. Maturity and understanding. The world could use a huge dose of that. Openness and wideness. Purification and renewal. What is this? Chiroprase, ocean agate, opalite, and picture jasper. Interesting. So I don't want to show you all of these guys because I want you to get the book. I've had this in my library for years. I've recommended it to multiple clients. Gem elixirs are one thing that can really help pull people out of a rut, in my opinion. This is energetic medicine. It's not nutritional medicine, ladies and gentlemen. For instance, if you juice homegrown celery juice or cucumber juice, you're going to get the minerals, etc., and the nutritional compounds, the colors and the pigments and the tints from those juiced vegetables and, you know, the cucumber, which I believe cucumber's a fruit. But with this is energetic frequency medicine. It's a subtle effect, but can be very much so noticed by people who are sensitive to energy. Empaths need to start consuming gem water. Start experimenting with the different combinations. A lot of people don't do this. And this is one thing that I've been recommending for years. So I give this a 10 out of 10. I think it's a very useful guide. This, you guys, is a wand, glass wand that you can fill with mineral or gems and then put it in your drinking water. This is a very interesting book. So you can't just haphazardly throw gems into water. That's foolish. You can get mineral dust in the water and then drink it. And there's a lot of dangers that come with gem elixirs if you're not smart. And that's why everyone should read this book. This is like your instruction manual. This is your seatbelt if you're going to experiment with gem waters, because there's a right and wrong way to do everything. And unfortunately, if you do this wrong, you can get yourself into a little bit of trouble. So A+, 10 out of 10. This is Gem Water, How to Prepare and Use More Than 130 Crystal Waters for Therapeutic Treatments by Michael Gienger and Joachim Goebel. I don't know. And I'll put that on the screen right now. Let's just say this. I'll read it, excuse me. Adding crystals to water is both visually appealing and healthy. The water becomes infused with crystalline energy. It is a known fact that water carries mineral information, and gem water provides effective remedies, acting quickly on physical levels. It is similar and complementary to wearing crystals, but the effects are not necessarily the same. See, that's the thing. People who are sensitive to energy, when you wear gems, you feel a shift in your consciousness. When I carry a piece of shungite on my person, I can feel a huge shift. I feel more structured, more balanced, you name it. And shungite water is one of the greatest, gem elixirs that you can make. Mineral waters, you name it. And if you need shungite, just let me know. But when you wear, for instance, I had this $600 bracelet that a friend of mine gave me years ago. And it was the nicest, most AAA grade smoky quartz I've ever seen. It was beautiful. And this woman was very wealthy. And she's like, if you don't take it, I'm going to throw it away. She had thousands of dollars of exotic gems and oils from Egypt, just beautiful stuff. And when I put that bracelet on, there was such a huge shift in my consciousness. When you drink the minerals, you not only are experiencing the effect of, for instance, wearing the mineral, you still feel that way, but you're digesting it on a cellular level. Energetic frequency medicine can restructure the cells. Your cells use water to communicate between one another, and you have 100 trillion plus cells. When you put gem water into your cells, ladies and gentlemen, you experience a huge purification. So not only do you experience the benefits or the altering of consciousness that you would normally experience from wearing the gems when you drink the water, you're digesting it, you're inviting it into your vessel, you're restructuring your organs based on the perfection of these minerals. This is medicine of the future, in my opinion. It's a subtle purification. You're rewiring your system based on the frequency restructuring of these crystalline matrices, if you want to call it that. The effect that it has on water, it restructures it. So, again, I always found that interesting. You can actually feel the effects of drinking gem water. Just like you can feel the effects of wearing gems, you can feel it when you drink it even 10,000-fold more strongly, excuse me. But where was I going with that, ladies and gentlemen? There was one thing I wanted to mention that I totally lost, unfortunately. It was something that I really wanted to say, damn it. But Yeah, she had a ton of exotic, beautiful jewelry, ladies and gentlemen. But the introduction to the book tells you all you need to know about the correct way to prepare gem water and provides important information on which crystals to use and which not to prepare as gem water. The concept may appear simple at first, but you need to apply it with care, and the book explains all the facts you need to know before getting started. The second part of the book features more than 100 crystals and 34 special mixtures with their effects as gem water remedies. I would also look into the work of Masaru Emoto and his work on water. He has a handful of these books. Some people think that's pseudoscience or that he was a quack. I don't think so, based on my experiments with water and seeing how water can be restructured, you guys. I've had a lot of beneficial experiences with water, and you know, water can also be restructured with talismans like you're seeing on the screen right now. This is a Saturn talisman from the Greater Key of Solomon. So we'll get into that in the near future, you guys. I'm going to wrap this one up. I give this book a 10 out of 10. Unfortunately, I forgot what I was going to say, and it was really important, and I'm sure that once the camera turns off, I'll remember, because that's just the way it works. Peace out.